And welcome, Green Stars. Welcome to the Absurdi-TY show. Well, today we'll be talking about the latest Kenosha riots as well as a new case with 17-year-old boy, 17-year-old boy who decided to go use his rifle and shoot rioters. Yeah, believe it or not. But let's get into this. So, so CNN and all the rest of the news, they're just claiming that all these rioters are peaceful. They're doing nothing wrong. They're just they're just trying to like spread awareness. Well, here CNN has now been ridiculed for fiery but mostly peaceful, which captioned with video a burning building in Kenosha. Again, how can you be peaceful when you're trying to be fiery? That doesn't stay in the same sentence. Like even look like behind in the background you see the reporter, the CNN reporter. He's trying to talk about the protest in the caption right there, fiery but mostly peaceful protests after police shooting. Yeah, and there's fire in the background. That's not a protest. Excuse me, I'm so sorry about that. But that is not a protest. That is a riot more than anything. People just are just continuously rioting all over the place. Yeah, from that. And this is over Jacob Blake. Um Again, the media wants to push this um this protest, quote unquote, which is really not a protest. Like people forget to realize that a protest is basically spreading awareness without being violent. Because at the end of the day, if you're trying to be violent and that's your goal, that's not a protest. That's just violence. That's a riot. You're just destroying property, hurting people, and they're doing this without even the facts. Like it's been a few days. I believe this situation happened on Sunday, and people are just upset about the situation. And again, with this whole situation, it's like, it's just crazy. I'm sorry if you guys hear rain in the background. It is raining right now. I'm gonna try to like make sure this is a little bit better. Um, but yeah, and now is new information that's coming out. So Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Cole said Jacob Blake had indeed had a knife in the car, but would not clarify if responding officers knew about it. Now, this is big news because people were always saying, "Oh, Jacob Blake, he didn't have a weapon. He didn't have anything that'll make it seem like he's a threat to the police." But now we got extra evidence, which is it isn't really enough, but it's still evidence to show that Jacob Blake did indeed had a weapon. He was armed. He had a knife. And people forget to mention to realize that they did try to detain him the regular way, which is to try to tackle him down, try to make an arrest. They did tase him, and he still decides to go out and walk to his car. And they even warned him before the shot, do not go to your car. So yeah, so let's get into this. So the Department of Justice Wednesday evening named the officer who shot Jacob Blake and provided additional information about the shooting. Blake had a knife on the driver's side floorboard and had no other weapons, the DOJ said in a news release. The officer who shot Blake 7 times is Rustin Shesky on the Kenosha Police Force for 7 years. He has been placed on administrative leave. Less than 3 minutes passed between the Kenosha police arrived and when Jacob Blake was shot. There was a there was a split dispatch call. So basically, if you didn't know, the police was actually called by his wife or his family members from basically over a domestic dispute. Right here it says a woman called police to report that her boyfriend was present and was not supposed to be on the premises. Now it could be possibility that she has a restraining order for Jacob Blake and how he's not really supposed to be there. then officers try to arrest Blake, and one of the officers deployed a taser to try to stop him, but it did not work. Yeah, see exactly what I was saying. Like these officers were just trying to do their job. They're not trying to destroy things, and this media is just saying, oh, let's use this opportunity to show an unarmed black man, quote unquote unarmed, getting shot and killed, and it's just a wrong message to send. Again, Blake even admitted to himself. He told the police he had a knife in an interview following the shooting. It is unclear whether responding officers knew Blake had a knife. Attorney General Josh Cole in the news conference was asked repeatedly about it and declined to be more specific. So there's still more information out there that we need to know, and that's the thing. The Kenosha Police Department, recently I just found out that they are known for not having any police cameras, which that's a bummer. That's a very bad thing to not have, because of situations like this where it can help you get out of problems, disputes, and to clear your name. I know a lot of these officers, they're now in the streets trying to do their job, and they have an extra chip on their shoulder to be just as respectful, um just as a good police officer as they normally are. And the press is just making the people make make the civilians angry over these situations that are caused by the victims of these shootings. Well, really, they're perpetrators of these shootings. In fact, now that you think about it, they're causing these situations. But now, again, like I was saying with the Kenosha riots, uh, there's been another incident in Kenosha. Apparently, some boy, 17-year-old, well, he's really a teenage male. He came to Wisconsin, and was shooting. He was well, yeah, he was shooting at these people that were coming after him. Uh, yeah, they were just running towards him. He was running away from them, uh, and he tripped. And what happened is that one person in the video, he hit him. The other person, they was approaching him with a gun, and he decides to shoot both of them. One of them were dead, and the other one, they had suffered injury to his arm. And there was also another video of him defending himself, and he shot another guy. The guy was killed, but he was also being antagonized. And what I don't like is the media again just saying, "Oh, this teenage boy is a crazy man. He's trying to go around trying to shoot up protesters. It is our right to protest, which it is your right to protest, but he is not a bad kid. In fact, uh, he had a purpose of even being there." Now, here is the footage. Just wait for a second. Wait for a second. The footage is about to play. What
are you doing out here? Obviously, you're armed, and you're in front of this business we saw burning last night. So, what's up?
So, people are getting injured, and our job is to protect this business. And part of my job is to also help people. If there's somebody hurt, I'm running into harm's way. That's why I have my rifle, because I need to protect myself, obviously. But I also have my med kit.
And yeah, basically, he was just defending property. He was trying to help defend certain businesses because they're being burned down by these rioters going on these streets, destroying multiple property, without the mindset of thinking, oh, these people's businesses. People are going to lose a lot of money if you do this. Some people are not even insured. They're just using their own money. They can't really get any insurance because of these situations. And it's just sad how whenever when quote unquote unarmed innocent black man was to get shot by a police officer, these riots occur, and they always happen. Now, if this situation happened the other foot, where a white guy was to get shot by the police officers, I feel like nobody really cared about it. Again, the situation was justified because the officers repeatedly told Jacob Blake to tell him to stop, and he just decided to just not comply with the officers and try to reach for something in the vehicle, which happens to be a knife. And now with this situation with this 17-year-old teenager right here, he's going to be serving some time. He's going to be sentenced. He's going to be tried in court, mainly because he shot somebody. But in my opinion, it's self-defense. When you have people coming towards you and trying to harm you, you have the right to defend yourself. And technically speaking, he did leave the state lines to try to go and defend these businesses, and he is not old enough to carry a firearm. And this was a better explained here. Yeah, again, too young to open carry in Wisconsin. You have to be 18 years or older, I believe, so to carry a rifle. It was explained by the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. If a person is not otherwise prohibited from possessing a firearm, it is legal to carry any legal firearm openly in Wisconsin. They passed the concealed carry in laws in 2011. Gun rights advocates organized open carry groups, outings, and won acquittals and dismissals for several people arrested during the events. But again, since he is too young, he might get some time for that. Yeah, he was not old enough to legally carry the assault rifle he had, according to the statutes, which says anyone under 18 who goes armed with a deadly weapon is guilty of a Class A misdemeanor. Wow, Class A misdemeanor. That sounds pretty serious. John Moreau, a lawyer who specializes in gun rights cases, believes an exception for rifles and shotguns intended to allow people aged 16 and 17 to hunt could apply. Again, hopefully he gets a good lawyer because he is in a lot of trouble right now, especially with a climate like this. Hopefully they don't give him the max penalty, because he's against defending himself. But yeah, in a way, he's sort of accountable for that because he should have took into account that he's 17. He can't really be doing certain things like that. And then we got uh, people. They're just saying other lies. Man, I feel sick. Trayvon Martin was 17. White society didn't give a damn. From now, folks care about age when it's a white supremacist with a rifle murdering two people. It's not murder, it's self-defense. Stop it. Stop it. It's not murder. It's self-defense. If I'm charging at you, and I also have a gun as well. If I'm charging at you with a gun and I'm having a whole mob of people coming towards me and I trip and fell and I'm running away from you, if I have a weapon, I'm going to use it. At the end of the day, that's self-defense. That's not murder. Murder just deliberately going out there and killing somebody for no reason. That's murder. Now there's certain intents of murder, but still, murder is murder at the end of the day. And what I like is that I like certain news outlets, not even news outlets, certain people like Andy. He's basically saying that these riots, uh, these riots are just unjustified, and how more evidence that's coming out in response to the Kenosha Boy. Yeah, I'm gonna call him Kenosha Boy. Basically, the Kenosha Boy, he seems more innocent more than anything. I mean, he defended himself. Uh, he wasn't going around shooting up people. He was defending property, and he should have just been more mindful. That's what I have to say for the critique towards him is that he should have been more mindful of his age, and he should have just stayed home because of the climate. They're gonna just accuse you of being a perpetrator, which is wrong. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Thank you, Green Stars, for coming out, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Please share, like, subscribe, and I'll get back to you guys. Deuces.